friends, it's Gwen with you back for another scrapbooking process video, and today's share is episode 5 in the Maggie Holmes Monday stash busting series that I am doing with Sarah Scraps. I'll leave a link to her channel below so you can follow her layouts as well. And today I'm doing a real mix of papers and embellishments, a real stash bust. So a lot of this I'm not 100% sure what collection it all goes with, but I will share for the pieces that I do know. Starting with my background paper. So that one is from Confetti, and it was actually a specialty paper. And I've hoarded it for so long because on the opposite side of the pattern paper there, it has this triangular section that's a gold glitter paper, and then music notes. And I've gone to use it a few times actually, and I felt bad about using the side that's not special, that's just that plain stripe. But now it's been in my stash for the longest time. So when I pulled it out again for this layout, I just went, you know what, it's okay that I haven't used the side with the sparkly gold part on it. It's fine, just use the stripe and get it used up. So yes, that's the story behind the background paper there. Oh yes, the floral as well, see the floral on the edge? That is actually also from Confetti. And I have noticed that some of the Confetti collection have more, what's the right word, like more of a dusty kind of tone about them. They're quite yellow or quite worn looking. So I guess that was why that was a natural kind of match. I didn't intend that. That's just the two pattern papers that I chose to bring together, and they both happen to be from Confetti. Now, I haven't mentioned my cut file. So this one that I'm using today is called Single Rose, and of course it's from Cut to You, and I'll leave a link to that below. And my photo, so this one is actually of me. I've got lots of shots of my feet in my point shoes. Yes, I'm a grown-up ballerina for those who don't know. I am in my 40s, and I danced when I was younger. I danced a lot, and yeah, life has brought me full circle, and I have been back in the studio for about 3 years now, and I'm very consistent. And I'm on point. So I do take a lot of photos after class of me in my point shoes because I am obsessed with point shoes. And I have been hoarding a lot of the pretty Maggie Holmes embellishments and things that have the ballerinas on them. So that pattern paper there that I've made a tag out of, that one is from the Gather collection, and Gather has quite a few really pretty little ballerina embellishments, and yeah, I have definitely been hoarding them, waiting for the perfect layout, so it's actually been nice to get them on a page. So for that tag, I just ran that through my Sizzix machine. So I think it's just I don't even know what brand it is, one of the main brands, and it might even be Tim Holtz actually, and it's a tag. So yeah, even though I have my silhouette machine and obviously I use it quite a bit, I still use my Sizzix, and I still find it really easy to just grab the Sizzix machine and cut out some tags. Now, I also thought this layout would be the perfect layout to put one of the pretty swans. So Maggie's got lots of swans in all of her collections, and I thought this one would be really nice to put the little white chipboard swan, just as a little bit of a nod to Swan Lake, which is a very famous ballet, one that I've never danced because it's incredibly difficult. But I thought it was, just a nice little touch for this page. And you will see, as you're watching and I'm chatting along here, that I am working in a bit of an unusual way for this layout. So I'm really working with that whole top section of the page, so my photo and my embellishment and paper layers. None of that is stuck down to the background yet, and in fact it doesn't get stuck down until quite late in the process. I actually work a little bit like this, so it was really nice to be able to share this particular process with you. Oh yes, and tea. There was tea. Yeah, so the reason I do that is to make sure that when the layout is finished, I want this whole piece to be very centered. And it's very hard to know where the center is going to be because as I add things to the outer edges, the piece in the center, like that piece extends. So see that bird there? It extends quite high on the page, and I actually had to squidge everything down a little bit to make that fit. So if I had attached those pieces earlier, I wouldn't have been able to do that. It's actually a really good way to work as well if you're unsure about what background you want to use. So you can make most of your page, add all your layers and glue them all on top of each other, and then audition various backgrounds and see which one you like. So yeah, it's a really good way. It's a different way, but a great way to make a page. Oh yes, and I just remembered, if you haven't seen it already, you might want to check out the video I did where I compare the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. I was reminded because for this page I actually had to switch out the glue. So I had originally attached the swan there with the Scotch Quick Dry, and because it was running over my stitched border there on my photo, and that tag behind it's shiny, it's one of those puffy sticker tags, it didn't stick very well at all, so I had to attach it with the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive, and I talk about that in that video, so I'll leave a little card up above. So yeah, you might want to check that out. Oh, and are we getting there? I think we're finally getting to a point where we might be sticking some things down. Oh no, never mind. Much more fussing to be done. We have to audition this flare. It's actually a personalised one, so it's not one that was pre-made. It was one that I had made with some pattern paper. So I sent off a bunch of pattern paper to a friend of mine who has a button making machine, and I asked her if she would make me some, and this was years ago, and I think I've only got a couple left now. So yeah, it gets auditioned in a few places. I did cut a lot of that out. Oh yes, and here we go. I'm going to speed you up super fast, but I wanted to leave this in here just so that you could see adding all the foam tape and the regular tape. Yes, I cut my tape with my scissors. Yes, I know that you can tear it, and I would like to continue to cut it. Yeah, it's just my OCD really. There's no real... Speaking of which, this is me fussing over the little tabs that sometimes come on the ephemera pieces. So I like to either sand them off or trim them off. Yeah, because they're annoying to me. So the layout is starting to really come together now. It's really just the finishing touches that I have left to do. And I wasn't 100% sure about this one. I wanted a pink that would match the pink stripes in the background there. But then I also wanted to pull something a bit brighter just to tie in that bright pink in the flower there. There's also quite a dark pink in the tag that says XO at the bottom. And you can see a touch of the dark pink on the top right hand corner of my photo. So I wanted to pull those in, but then I wasn't sure if I wanted to add some gold as well, because I've got the gold doily and that leaf in the top right hand corner of the photo there, that leaf has some gold on it. The frame has some gold on it. So too does that ticket actually, with the hearts on underneath the hearts there. That's got a little bit of gold. So yeah, I wasn't really sure, but in the end I went with 2 tones of pink. And we're almost done for this one. So in a moment I will lift it up and you can get a nice close-up look. As always, I will leave you with some still images. And yeah, thanks for spending some time with me today, my creative friends. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!